how desperate is Trump getting? Now these fools are claiming Vice President Kamala Harris is using artificial intelligence to make the size of her rally crowds look bigger than they are. Oh, yeah. Last week's rally in Detroit Metro Airport had about 15,000 people. Trump says the Harris-Walz campaign faked the size of the crowds. This idiot posted this on social media. Has anyone noticed that Kamala cheated at the airport? There was nobody at the plane, and she AI'd it and showed a massive crowd of so-called followers, but they didn't exist. She was turned in by a maintenance worker at the airport when he noticed the fake crowd picture, but there was nobody there. Later confirmed by the reflection of the minor-like finish on the vice presidential plane. She's a cheater. She had nobody waiting, and the crowd looked like 10,000 people. Okay, so the crowd was a fake, and it wasn't 15, but the people didn't exist, but it was 10,000 people. I told y'all that boy dumb. Go to my iPad. Y'all want to see fake? These are photos the Trump campaign has been putting up. So this fool here, this Sharika, whoever the hell she is, they are afraid of black women supporting Trump because when we do, we drop the Hood Rat Act, and the left hates classy women. We also hate women with 6 fingers. We also hate women with 4 fingers. We also hate when you got a left hand on the hip of a person who's on her rights. Y'all, Lord have mercy. See this other fake hand? This is a white hand. Oh, so Donald Trump arm, is that? Y'all, come on. Want to see fake as well? Ain't nobody in this photo. Y'all, come on. Y'all know damn well Donald Trump. Come on, y'all. Look at this here. Fake, 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 fake. Y'all wanna know how they fake? What camera she looking at? She looking into the camera. She looking to the wrong camera. Right camera. He looking to the, y'all, come on. This boy is faker than a $28 bill. A Congo, they really think we dumb. Come on. First of all, Trump ain't had that many black people hanging around him since his rally in Tulsa. And hell, he killed a few of them, including Herman Cain, because of COVID.
Oh, man. Yeah, you ain't never lie, Roland. Yo, but they do think we're that stupid. And there are people out there who are really going to buy that and say, wow, I guess black people do roll with him. And, you know, I heard the sister who had Essence this morning, you know, on Morning Joe, and she was like, yo, y'all got to stop falling for this nonsense about black men and women being divided. I mean, clearly, as we see evidence with the calls you have been organizing, Roland, black men have been behind Kamala Harris, just like we were behind Obama and so on and so forth. The biggest concerns are white men and women as it relates to who's going to support her. But they keep throwing out these things to say, wow, look at this image. Trump has supported black men. Look at this image. Trump has supported black people. So I'm sick of the laziness and just outright lack of fact checking that many of these media outlets are doing just to sell some type of narrative about black men not supporting Kamala Harris. And when it comes to the larger picture of the AI crowds and everything, this was a man who said he had more people at his rally than the March on Washington. And again, going back to lazy journalism and the like, none of these people are challenging him. And I understand that there's certain value in letting him ramble because it gives us more fodder. But at some point, people have to understand that this man lives in a delusional world. He's a delusional individual and he's dangerous for the country, but they are just comfortable giving him this type of airtime for lies, for outright lies. And none of these Republicans are challenging him, but I'm glad we got the Black Star Network here to set the record straight and maybe some other networks out there. But this man is spiraling, and it would be funny if it wasn't so dangerous for the country.
This is pretty interesting here, Renita. Somebody put this up. This is not the actual account of Tim Walz, but I thought it was pretty funny. It's time to come clean. The Kamala Harris campaign created me with AI to make Donald Trump feel insecure and J.D. Vance feel like a real boy. They are having so much fun mocking these idiots.
They are, and that kind of sounds like something Tim Walz would say. But to your point, I mean, it's kind of crazy. They are so desperate in this campaign. And correct me if I'm wrong, one of the ways that you know that they are so desperate in this campaign is because we are literally seeing things happen this time around when he's running that I don't remember happening the first time he ran. So, for example, the Arizona mayor, the Mesa, Arizona mayor, who's a Republican, endorsed Kamala and said he's going to vote for Kamala and is really working for the vice president's campaign to get her reelected. The first time around when he ran, many folks who were sick of him, they just said nothing. They did not go as far as to endorse the Democrat candidate. They just kind of stood by and said nothing. This time, you have got people willing to proactively show that they are completely sick of his nonsense, and it just happens to be a lot of Republicans. So they are completely desperate. They don't know what to do. As I said before a couple of weeks ago, they've spent all this money attacking President Biden, and now he's not even the nominee anymore, and now they're struggling to get something that will stick to Kamala and Tim Walz, and they have nothing. And so they're resorting to calling things AI. But what is not AI is, like I mentioned before, Republican mayors and even members of his own family coming out to say, the last thing I would do is actually vote for Donald Trump.
I absolutely love the fact that they are losing their minds. And so I say, keep hitting them. There was a column earlier. Ezra Klein made this point. It was in the New York Times. He said the Biden team actually made Trump bigger. He said the Harris team, they're making him small. They are so under his skin. They don't know what to do, Julian, and I love it. I mean, and that's what you do. You irritate his little silly ass, and you mock everything. You mock everything about him. And I remember there was a clip where he got mad. You know, I don't like people laughing at me. Oh my God, please keep laughing at him.
Yeah, all together now. Ha, 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 ha. I mean, you know, Roland, this is the kind of stuff you can't make up. I mean, it is truly totally absurd. He's obsessed with crowd size. And clearly, Kamala is just pulling the people in, but he's obsessed with crowd size. His own people, Mike Johnson, Speaker of the House, Kevin McCarthy, used to be Speaker of the House. They told him, can you just stick to the issues? But the fact is that he's losing it, so he doesn't remember what the issues are. All he remembers is, let me attack, attack, attack. And the reason why Vice President Harris and Tim Walz are getting such play is both because they're better, but also because their energy is so much more positive. You've got this dour old man who scowls his way through a rally, who lies 130 some times in 60 minutes, 2 lies a minute. Like Pete Buttigieg says, he wins the lying Olympics. So you got this dour old man who's mad as hell at everybody. And then you've got this young, vital, attractive, dancing sister. And you've got Tim Walz, who reminds you of like everybody's favorite uncle with the little sweaters he wears. And I mean, they give out a good vibe. And he just gives out, I don't want to be in the room with that. That's literally what he gives out. And so that's why people are coming to them. Some people who disagree with their positions, they feel like we don't need to be in this negativity. And he's such a liar. He continues to paint the economy as failing. We have economic issues, especially around inflation. But our economy is not failing. Our country is not going to hell in a handbasket. How does that make people feel? How does it make people feel? We're talking about young people who have not started voting yet or not part of voting culture. And you've got this, Scrooge on one hand, and then you got this energy, the dancing VP on the other. What you gonna do?
When you talk about blackness and what happens in black culture, we're about covering these things that matter to us, speaking to our issues and concerns.
This is a genuine people-powered movement.
There's a lot of stuff that we're not getting. You get it, and you spread the word.
We wish to plead our own cause. Too long have others spoken for us. We cannot tell our own story if we can't pay for it. This is about
covering us.
Invest in black-owned media.
Your dollars matter. We don't have to keep asking them to cover our stuff. So please support us in what we do, folks.
We want to hit 2,000 people, $50 this month, raise $100,000. We're behind 100,000, so we want to hit that. Y'all money makes this possible.
Check some money orders. Go to P.O. Box 57196, Washington, D.C. 20037-0196. The Cash App is $RM Unfiltered. PayPal is R Martin Unfiltered. Venmo is RM Unfiltered. Zelle is Roland at RolandSMartin.com.